Hi, I'm back. Gonna try to talk louder and bring you a few more readings here. I've been called to start this channel. I'm gonna make a video today or tomorrow a little more about how that came about because it's been pretty head spinning and fun and interesting, but also very weird. And I'm here to share that stuff with you. So let's get started. I feel, I don't know, lucky, blessed, whatever. Those aren't the right words, but I'll get better at this. All right, what do we have for the collective today? I'm going to shuffle the first reading, and then I'll continue with maybe one or two other readings with this same shuffle. So I'm happy to have you here, to have your energy in this reading. It's weird how I can feel the collective energy even before I put out the video. I don't understand this, but I love it. And I don't know, keep putting out these messages. It's a lot of fun, whatever. Here to do this, I guess, so let's do it. Good morning. Welcome, all my guides, my angels, the guides of the collective. What do we need to know and see and hear? To quote one of my favorite readers. Anyone who's here to help, protect us from those who are not here to help. Good morning. What do we need to know? I said I was going to talk louder. What do we need to know for the collective? What do we need to know for the collective, please? Here with my friends. We're listening. Is that my cat? Oh my goodness. Always a dog or cat interference, right, Lukey? Okay. Where were we? We did that one. Now let's do this on my favorite crow deck. I love this deck. Thank you, our higher selves, for being here with these messages. Thank you to our guides, our angels. Please let us know what we need to know. We're listening. Oh, gosh, these aren't shuffling very well. All right, let's take a few more minutes here. Oh. Thank you. Okay, that's better. I have to let go a little bit. Lighten up a little bit, Becky. I still hear my cat meowing, but I'm not sure where he is. What the hell's going on out there? Is that Harry yowling? Is that Harry? Who is that? I opened the door. Nobody was there but you. Uh-oh. Pay attention. But see, when these shuffle easily, I feel like Spirit's here with me and we're ready. But this is the first shuffle of the day. These ones usually shuffle like really easily, but it's all good. Listening. Our loved ones who wish us well. Anyone who has our best interest at heart and has something to say. Guidance, advice, please. Yeah, it's more like that. Thank you. We're here. We're listening. We are totally listening. Okay, when I talk about the cards, I'll try to talk louder. I worry because I'm right next to the microphone, but then my videos have been really quiet, so I'll try to not mumble so much. All right, let's do this. All right. So we're going to do a past, present, future, and then we'll clarify with the crow deck, and then we'll get some advice from the Tarot of Mystical Moments. So this is my Rider-Waite deck, my first deck I ever had. Let's see what Spirit has to say to the collective here about the past energy. Okay, hey, all right. Oh, geez. Okay, great. I'll get these adjusted for you in a second. Present energy, please. Present. Okay, I like that one. And one more, please. Oh, geez, they're just flying out. Okay, I guess Spirit's present now. Future energy. Oh, okay, all three. Boom, boom, boom. 1, 2, 3. Oh, wow. Great. This is great. All right. Two caught up here back. All right. So we have the World in the past, 7 of Pentacles, and the 2 of Swords. Okay. The World is closing out an old cycle, which has been a theme. That's what I would expect to see it in the past. Closed out the old cycle, planted some new seeds maybe, and we're working and seeing something come to fruition. So maybe you closed out something and then started working on something else, and then what? You weren't sure if it was right, or maybe you weren't sure, you couldn't see the path forward. Two of Swords is like, oh, great. Boy, as soon as I start this, everyone wants to contact me, huh? Okay, great. Thanks, babe. Sorry about that. Turn that off. The 2 of Swords. Let's pause this. Okay. 2 of Swords is like crossroads energy. So that could be closed out. This is a theme going around for a lot of people, as I've mentioned. Am I talking loud enough? I hope so. Closing out an old cycle, starting something new, and then not really exactly sure where to go from here. Not exactly sure what the next path is. You know what the path is not. You close that out, and presently you're moving on. This is looking for something new. So that kind of crossroads, looking forward, looking for new horizons, but feeling kind of stuck. 7, 8. Maybe doing this work and all this waiting, because that's kind of a waiting energy, has made you feel kind of stuck. That's a story I identify with. And then Justice, presently, but you know it's right. That's what I feel. You know this is the right path, the just path, or you want it to be, and now you're kind of, you want it to be the just path. I feel like in the past there's been injustice, maybe some unfairness, as in our readings yesterday were a little bit about that. Justice is divine justice, karmic justice. Maybe you're feeling a little stuck because you feel like you've put this work in and you're not seeing the road forward in the way that you expected. I know with my path, I feel like I'm going in the right direction, but yeah, I am not really seeing. See how she's blind, or her eyes are covered. Not really seeing like which way to go, what to do. Being confused maybe. And here it's like, you've done all this work and you're just staring at your plant going, well, come on now. I planted the seeds, now I'm waiting for the return. I already left all that, right? That's a big leave, the world. That's the end of your cycle. That's the end of probably a big cycle in your life. And she also has her blindfold on, but this is like, you put yourself here. You're keeping yourself back maybe because you don't see the way forward. You don't see which way to go, but you are capable of leaving this yourself, She could just walk out. She just doesn't know it because she can't see, right? And her too. She can't see very well either. So, but Justice is blind. Maybe you don't see the justice coming. And that's why you're feeling kind of stuck. It's kind of a stuck energy here. You left the old because you knew there was justice in this new direction or this new project you've been working on. But maybe you're just not seeing it yet. And so it's got you feeling kind of stuck. You're moving on, but is it really clear yet that it's the just route? And then in the future, we have Empress. It's great energy. Moving on to the Empress from the world, closing out that cycle and then becoming the goddess of your domain, right? It doesn't have to be a woman. but a fertile time in your life where you're feeling connected, you're feeling solid, you're feeling emotionally strong, you're in charge, right? Empress is like goddess energy. Moving on. So we have these swords, but then we have this 7, 8, and then 6. This is moving on in your truth. And so getting unstuck. So you'll be in this Empress energy. You will move on into this Empress energy. It will be just for you. Temperance is healing, right? Healing and patience. Patience, incorporating what you've learned. So you're moving on to this Empress time. You may not see it coming yet, but it's going to be kind of a big deal. Right? Temperance and justice, those are major arcana. The Empress is major. So it's like, it's major energy. It's deep energy. It's universe energy, you know? So it's karmic justice. It's being in the goddess position as you move on from all that, whatever that was. And then temperance for balance, for healing, for incorporating what you've learned into your life, you know, in this new way. And maybe you're still working on that, and that's why it's hard to see. Hey, good. And then 4 of Pentacles, Page of Swords, huh? 4 of Pentacles, we talked about, I think it was yesterday, the day before, it was in that same position. The trash bag emperor is what one of my readers calls it. Or I heard that once. Where you're holding on to something, your coins, but it's like, there's only 4 of them, and you think they're really important, but maybe they're not so important. Okay? Holding on to something. And again, I'm referencing the only other pentacle is the 7. So it's like, maybe you're holding on a little too tight to that project, right? I started a project that I thought was the shit, and it is. I'm still going to do it, but it wasn't this channel. It was something totally different. It was another channel. But a craft channel, actually, which I love. But I got feeling kind of stuck because it wasn't taking me where I thought it was going to take me. And now all of a sudden, I'm going in this new way with this big energy. And maybe I'm holding on to that work that I did, right? At first, I saw this tarot reading, doing all these tarot readings as a distraction from what I really was supposed to do, which is work on my other channel. And it was almost a relief to start this channel finally and then be like, oh, now I can put all my readings there, which I love to do the readings, but I was like, oh, it's interfering with my real goal. Isn't that funny? Never know. Anyway, that's pretty good. Okay, let's move on to the Crow Tarot, which I love, as I've mentioned every time I pick it up. Okay, we're going to do 2 rows of 4 to clarify and tie these rows together. Okay, thank you, Spirit. Oh, geez. Okay, Temperance again. 4 across the top. Thank you. 2 more for the top row, please. Hello, that one just slid right off real cool like. Oh, look, 8 of Swords on the 8 of Swords. What a trip. And Justice on... Are you kidding me right now? This trips me out when this happens. It's trippy. I love it. What else we got for the bottom row, please? Bottom row here on this Empress. Thank you. No? Okay. What this bottom row, please? 1, 2, 3, 4, and Ace of Cups on the bottom. Queen of Cups, that's been coming up a lot too. Queen and King of Cups have been coming up a lot. Okay, let's see what we've got here. Oh, we got the 6 of Cups, the Star, the Emperor. So we got the Emperor and the Empress out here, and the 7 of Swords. Ace of Cups underneath. So Temperance again, talking about balance, right on top of the World too, right? That's cool. And Justice, that's really cool, man. I love the tarot. It's so great. Oh, I love it. I feel like this Temperance is start with the Temperance, end with the Temperance, right? Temperance is balance and healing. It's Yeah. Patience as well sometimes, right? Closing out that world was a healing move. I knew that. You knew that, right? And you had to walk away from things. Closing that out meant walking away from relationships that no longer serve you, or other things too, but cups is usually relationships, right? So in your moving on, I mean, you know, that's right. These are deep cards, right? You figured if you closed that out, there would be healing. That's why you did it, right? And then you turned into this new direction. Again, this just confirms like you're feeling stuck because you're not seeing the justice in what you're doing, because maybe it's taking a while. You're waiting. That's like I said, that's a common theme. A lot of people are in that position where they've started something and they're waiting, and it seems to be taking a long time. So maybe they don't think it's happening, right? And other readers keep saying, "Oh, it's going to happen. Don't worry." And I've been feeling that too. It's like, really? Is it? It's like, I know it's going to happen. I know what I started on my other channel is awesome, and it is moving along very slowly, but that's the nature of YouTube. But I still think it's going to give me what I want in the end. And it's not money or anything, but it's just a very personal project like this channel too, you know. But it's just been taking so long. And it makes me feel very alone. Anyway, so that's really great. Look at that. And it's also 888, whatever that means. You can look that up. And then down here we have 6 of Cups, which is the past, and the Star, which is my card, Aquarius. So I don't ever think about what it means, but it can be wish fulfillment. It can be being the star of your own story, being the star of your own show, right? Not literally, or it could be. But knowing your worth, knowing what you have to give, being confident, I feel like being, you know, I don't know. That's mostly what it means, I think. Being secure in your differences. That's not the word. Authenticity. Okay. Flashing your star for all to see, right? Then the Emperor. So you have Star, Emperor, Empress on either side of the star. That's a really balanced energy. That's really balanced. So maybe in the past, this healing, you know, didn't feel as balanced, or you're healing from past stuff and now you're moving into this time of balance. Like really mastery. I mean, the Empress, the Emperor, and the Star, I mean, yeah, that just says to me you have so much balance between your masculine and feminine energies, like, which means like doing it right on the physical plane and doing it right in the emotional plane, right? In your emotional realm. Those two things are working together, and then you become the star when you're in that. Oh, I can feel that. That's crazy. When you're between that and you're in that balance, that's when your star shines through, right? And only through this silence, and this is what I'm feeling lately, and this is what I'm seeing him, it's like only in this separation, this walking away period that we've had, this waiting. What was I going to say? That was weird. That was like a message. Oh my God. I've waited so long to start to get like real messages, like really strong messages. This is so cool. I just feel like the more I do this, the better I'm getting at it. Even just since I started this channel like 3 days ago, it's crazy. What was I saying? Only through this time have we been able to bring this balance about, to quiet these cups. I see these cups, right? These are the old cups. They're beautiful, and you can reminisce about the past, you know, but you left a lot of it behind for a reason, because of healing, because of to help incorporate what you've learned. That's what I keep hearing. Like temperance to me is like incorporating what you've learned into your life, into your heart, into your cups, right? You just pour in the cup. These are so beautiful. This one's so pretty. See how they're taking the cups and balancing it and mixing it together. And so it's a card of balance. It can be a card of patience, healing. Definitely work. See, they're working those. those hearts, those cups. They're working that water in those cups. There's work to do there, right? To balance the different energies, to sift through what you've learned, even sifting through the old cups, right? These are the old cups. This is the past, maybe childhood even. And these are the ones you had to turn your back on. See, this guy's looking at it, but this guy's like, maybe those no longer serve me. You know, some of those relationships, just because they're old, you know, they've been there a long time and they're from a long time ago, or your childhood even, doesn't mean they're good for you now. So this closing out of cycles had to do, I think, a lot with assessing those relationships by today's, your current standards, not like who you used to be or who they thought you were 10 years ago or 20 years ago or whatever. That's kind of what I'm dealing with. Okay, Emperor, Empress, and then moving on out of this stuck energy with this balance, but doing and healing, right? Seven of Swords with the Justice, and then Ace of Cups. Now, Seven of Swords, let me think before I talk too much. Look at it for a second. I feel like a lot of times Seven of Swords can be something shady going on. I'm getting the feeling that looking at this and looking at the other swords that we have here, this is 6, this is moving on, and then this is 7, which is something sneaky, something shady, something hidden, maybe someone stealing something. But as I'm seeing these relate, it seems like moving on, maybe you're doing it in secret. Maybe nobody knows. That's me. Nobody knows what I'm doing. I'm doing it. I'm not doing it in secret, but I'm not telling anybody either. You know, I'm not advertising it. And then the Justice, maybe that's part of it. Gosh, you got Emperor, Justice, Justice, Temperance, and then this little bitty 7 of Swords. It's like a big thing, but you're only carrying a few swords, you know, at a time. And so maybe this is something you've been working on bit by bit for a long time, kind of under the radar. And this is a lot of big energy, but you're just moving really quietly, just kind of moving through the water. Look at these. Let's look at these closer. Moving through the water, but quiet. It looks like they're kind of sneaking out, right? And this guy's sneaking out with his little things. That guy's not looking, and he's leaving some behind, but he's carrying what he can, and he's taking off. Just like these guys kind of grabbed their clothes and took off. That's what it feels like. They're kind of sneaking. And maybe you're just not talking about what's going on with you. Like for me, I don't have a lot of people that get it. I don't have a lot of people on that level that can understand what I've been going through this last couple years, especially this last year has been nuts, or this last 6 months, or I don't even know. Time is such a weird thing to me now, but so I can see that, you know, maybe you're just being super quiet about this healing, especially for me anyway, the Justice part, because I see patterns that I never saw before that have been going on for a long time in some of my relationships. I'm not going after those people. I'm not like, you did this to me. I'm only talking about it if I want them to come with me, like my 2 best friends. Like I was like, I think we should talk about this. I see this pattern. I can't do this anymore. It's not your fault, right? On the one hand, they are responsible for their own behavior, but I put up with it for a long time. I drew those people towards me. I brought them towards me in my energy to have these relationships over and over and over that happen to mimic an abusive relationship in my life that I never noticed, okay, until I was like 50, whatever I am. And yeah. So there's not a lot of, that's what I'm seeing in these Justice is like, I haven't seen the Justice yet, you know. I'm being quiet because I don't need to tell everybody I'm pissed off at them right now. But I am feeling hurt at really realizing this, but I understand it's not their fault is what I'm trying to say. I mean, I allowed it. I put myself in those positions. It's not all their fault. However, I am feeling hurt by it right now. And that's why I'm being quiet about it, because I don't want to put it on them, because I understand it's a me thing. It's a me problem. But I'm also not hanging out with those people anymore. Just because they've been around a long time doesn't mean it was healthy. You know what I mean? And then Ace of Cups is new relationships, new water, whole new start. It's good. Beautiful new start of love or creativity or relationships. And so, and then this guy's holding on too much, right? So what do we say about that? Hot flash, that's what we say. Maybe holding on to his initial plan too hard. Holding on to the coins, which is just things, material things, right? They may or may not matter, but the cups are way better than pentacles. I think definitely Ace of Cups is. That's fresh water. That's fresh relationships, fresh view. Look at him looking in there. New view. Look how pretty. Flowers and stuff. Yeah. That's what I'm seeing. What's underneath? Queen of Cups. Yep. There you go. Okay. Let's do our last deck. That I love this deck. I'm just going to do 4 diagonal for advice, please. Let's get some advice on this situation. Advice, please, for the collective. What do we got? Let's do 4, please. One on the world there. Love the King of Wands. I love that King of Wands. See some advice for the collective, please. Advice in this situation. Good one. Don't fall. 2 more, please. Thank you. 2 more. Three of Cups. And 1 more advice card, please, for this Temperance. 7 of Swords energy here. 1 more, please. Oh, look at that. Oh, there we go. I love that 8 of Pentacles. I love that one. And 2 of Swords again, which is also this one. But this one has a bird house on his head, so you can't see. So similar to this one. Can't really see which bird to choose. Isn't that cute? Yup. An 8 of Swords underneath, which we already have 2 8 of Swords on the board, so that's kind of interesting. There's that stuck energy again. Oops, excuse me. All right, I'm just going to spread these out evenly and see where they land. I love this deck. One of these days I'll switch up decks just to make it interesting. Right now I really love these decks and how they work for me, so I'm going to stick with them for a little bit. So King of Wands, as I've mentioned before, don't give a shit. King of Wands is like playing his drum, marching forth, doing his thing. Yes, I'm creative, I'm hot, I'm dapper, and I got a drum. Boom, boom, boom. Walking through. Boom, boom, boom. Get out of my way. Okay? King of Wands works with passion. He's attractive. He's magnetic. Or that's Queen of Wands. King of Wands, I assume, is similar. You know, he's got places to go. He's got passion, right? He's got fire. He's got plans. And nobody's going to get in the way of him as he pounds his drum, right? Boom, boom, boom. Follow me. In fact, people will probably follow him because look at that mustache, dude. Yes, I'll follow that mustache. Okay, so on the world and temperance, that's closing out, that's healing, balance, King of Wands. King of Wands is taking charge. So this is your advice here is like, hey, you got the creativity, you got the plans and schemes, you've got the passion, you've got the creativity. People will follow you. That's the Star also. I have trouble with that because I've always wanted people to follow me because I always thought I had good things to say, and then they just squash me every time. And now it's a time for us, those of us who've been squashed a lot, but those of us who are connected and clever and have great ideas and healing stories, for example, it's getting to be our time. That's what they keep saying. So this, like, march forward in your creativity. Have confidence, have strength, inner strength. You walked away. You've been feeling kind of, you see, these are all 8s, right? Kind of walked away and then feeling stuck. And here is the strength to get through that. Strength beats these. These are minor arcana. The strength and the star, it's hit like you are the star. Strength is like you are the star. Okay. Tame your inner beast and be the star you know you are. This is you. Boom, look at me. Right? Here it's like this beast is like, you can take care of that, right? King of Wands can tame that inner beast, right? So you're going to move forward in your creativity, in your passion, right? You'll have the strength to move past all your little stuckness, which you are. I feel like you are already. Excuse me. You're already moving forward. Well, this is present. So you might be still feeling a little stuck, but you know you're moving past the old bullshit, basically, right? 3 of Cups, making friends, celebrating, and 8 of Pentacles. I love this 8 of Pentacles. It has to do with work usually, but this is like creative work. Look, she's painting her little wings. So this is like kind of the work of the artist card. I'm an artist, by the way. So artist card, temperance, being secret, right? So this is kind of telling me like, maybe don't worry about being so secret. You got something to show. You've got good work. You're doing good work, right? You will get this recognition. 3 of Cups is like making friends, having fun, right? On top of the Emperor and the Star. So it's like, yeah, you will. And maybe it is in your work that we're talking about here. Maybe it has to do with your work, or again, a creative thing, because he's creative, right? He has the strength to move into, so down, these are down on the bottom in the future. It's like, if you can be strong and stand in your star energy and be the King of Wands, just on fire and beating your drum, like you will get these connections and your work will stand out. It doesn't need to be secret anymore because you are healing and the Emperor's in control. Emperor's not going to be hiding. Emperor's not sneaky. Emperor's like, boom, here I go. Get out of my way, right? And then 2 of Swords again. We started with the 2 of Swords almost, end with the 2 of Swords, and the 8 of Swords. And this deck is really beautiful. But you're in a cage, and maybe you can't see it. And maybe this reading will help you see that you don't have to be. You've put yourself in that cage, and you're at a crossroads, which will end in beautiful balance, you know, if you can let go of the past and have a little self-confidence because you have skills. I can see that you have skills and you're not afraid to work hard, right? Don't be discouraged. Don't hold too tight to the past crap. Those are just little coins. Coins don't mean shit, right? Cups are where it's at. Ace of Cups versus the 4. No, choose the Ace of Cups. Make a choice. Okay, that's it for this one. Thank you very much. I'll see you in the next one.